Check 1, 2. Deep Ellum on air.
Right, you're on here.
Deep Ellum on air.
It's time to really get our party on now.
Dark Side Sports Radio, Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. Different on Deep Ellum on air.
Time for a change. Go gay.
Different on Deep Ellum on air.
This is different.
Hey, Joy, I've actually got something to tell you.
And we're here live. It is, what day of the week is it?
Friday.
Friday, hopefully 13th.
No, it's the 15th.
Man, it's the 15th.
We're 2 days off.
Yeah.
2 days off.
Yeah.
Oh, that is lovely. I got some great guests for y'all today. I have here the entire officers of the North Lake GSA here. I'm the public relations officer. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves so I can...
I'm Andrea. I am the parliamentarian / treasurer.
And I'm Josh. I'm the president of the GSA.
And we are here to talk about college topics as well as like students and teachers and stuff like that, and why it's important to have a GSA on campus and what Gay Straight Alliances are all about. And not all Gay Straight Alliances are called the GSAs because, as you know, like if you go to the website, I like spelled out the entire alphabet soup acronym at one point. It gets complicated. So like other groups are called like Pride and stuff, but historically speaking, it's been GSA historically speaking. Yeah, and so why don't y'all introduce yourselves and like tell us what y'all do with the school and stuff.
Okay. Okay. I've been going to North Lake for like a year and a half. Working on another year and a half, gonna be there forever, but it's fun. You'll catch me in student life. If any of y'all who watch this go there, just hit me up. I'm always in there. I do a lot of volunteer work. I'm on the Student Government Association, and I'm in the GSA. So I just try to help out the school as much as I can.
What is your major, Josh?
English, creative writing.
I'm in GSA. I'm also in ESA.
Hold on. Josh, speak in your mic real quick.
What up?
Okay, yeah, you're going to be talking for a minute. Okay. Talk about all the organizations you're a part of and what you like to do for your school and your school spirit for North Lake College. What are we, the Blazers?
Yes, we are.
I'm terrible. I'm like, what are we, the Blazers? Yeah.
Okay. So all the clubs I'm in?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, one, Student Government Association basically is what it does is it embodies the student body, and we try to connect with the political group or the political side of college. So actually, like last week or 2 weeks ago, we visited Austin for lobbying for no more budget cuts, which was something really important to us because the funding for North Lake has decreased dramatically. But that's one of the things that we do in there. It's really fun. It's a great organization. Gay Straight Alliance, we just it's a safe haven there on campus, and we just accept anybody and everybody. If you're straight, if you have straight friends, if you're just questioning anything.
If you're gay, if you're bi, if you're trans, if you're pan, if you're
the
asexual,
whole
if
alphabet.
you're... Yeah, if you're everything.
Sometimes I feel like it supersedes the 26 letters of the regular English alphabet, but yeah.
We'll have to start using Greek soon.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alpha, Omega,
Alpha,
Delta,
alpha
We won't even know what
Sigma.
that means. But
The
just
sororities and fraternities would, but then again,
Yeah.
we're a community college,
you
so there
classify as
aren't
Omega?
any.
Oh, yeah.
There aren't any frats on campus. Are there any
Yeah,
frats on campus?
I'm actually in.
I'm not talking about the academic ones. I'm talking about the actual.
No, actual frats now.
Yeah, we don't have any. We're
We're not
community
that cool
college.
with it.
I actually not a fan of frats. It's just not my thing.
I think it'd be cool to be in one.
They're real.
Ah.
I'll tell you some stories about that later.
Oh, well.
Well, I know people in frats, and I know what goes on in there.
Yeah, anyways, one of the reasons why Gay Straight Alliances I think are so important is to have like a safe place for students to go to. And in college, it's like the first time when like kids are out on their own and starting to like transition as adults and like start questioning things that they might have been raised on and been like lied to about or whatnot. And then having a GSA gives it like a safe place to like talk about these topics and to be yourself and like figure things out. And our fundraiser that we just had was very successful. It was a Valentine's Day fundraiser, which was yesterday, which is why you saw the little Happy Valentine's Day little icon for a few seconds when we came on air.
Check that out.
Josh and Andrew, how much did we make off of that, and what all did we sell?
We made $61.50. We sold Valentine's Day cards.
61. When you mean 61.50, what do you mean? $650?
Oh, we wish.
$61.50.
We would be going to Austin
Yeah.
like next weekend. So, it was $61.50 over or after we sold all that we had sold. But $61.50 is not necessarily that much of an amount. But when you say it like we sold out of pretty much everything but
yeah.
cookies,
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, okay, well that's pretty good. Because if we would have had more of the boxed chocolates or these little goodie bags that we had filled with roses and Hershey Kisses and everything, then we could have potentially made more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I really liked the stuff that we were selling. That I put a little of my own money into. Actually, all of us put in
Yeah.
our own money and hard work and all of
those
that
boxed chocolates
goes.
sold like
Yeah.
really quick.
Those went
Yeah,
pretty
I kind of thought they would. I was really glad that they did. One thing that I love about our GSA is how much fun we have. Like, we don't just also talk about like queer topics. We also, play board games and have fun here and there. And speaking of Austin and places to go, Equality Texas will be having their lobby day on March 11th. I think I posted that before, but I'll post it again later today. And y'all should all go sign up if y'all can. It's a Monday, so if y'all are working, I know most of y'all can't go. But basically, what we'll be doing is talking to legislatures, basically state senators and state representatives in the Texas state legislature to talk about various things that they can actually do to help equality in various stuff in the state of Texas. For example, I'll be focusing on schools and youth and stuff like that, and it'll be great.
See, it would have been great if they'd done it the 18th. We're off for spring break that day. We could have all gone.
Yeah, but every single lobbying organization
So booked.
books a day, and it's insane. So, Josh, you were at Lobby Day, correct, for Northlake and all that?
yes, but that was for the budget cut.
Right, for the budgets. Who did you get to meet, like state representatives wise?
Oh, well, okay, first of all, when they said that we'd be meeting with the representatives and everything, that's true. But what they don't tell you is that you most likely will be meeting with an assistant of theirs. So we actually met with a lot of the senators and everything, but when we were having the conversations, we're meeting with their assistants. So what we were saying didn't really go to the representatives or senators. But we talked with Royce West.
Royce West, I like him.
Yeah, he seemed really cool.
Yeah, he is.
Unfortunately, we held a conversation with his assistant, but we got to briefly meet him. Kelly Hancock, Kim Paxton, Linda Harper Brown, which she used to deal a lot with Irving District.
Mm-hmm.
So
right,
she was
105.
Really cool.
I live in the 105.
And Rafael and Chia.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And he was amazing. He was the favorite of the SGA because he just really heard us out. He communicated with us. He asked us questions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually seemed like he really was dedicated to making the community college life a better experience for the students. But overall, it was a really great experience. I would highly recommend it to anybody who's in it.
Yeah. Also, if you're visiting Texas, I recommend going to the state capitol or at least driving by it because it is so massive. It is one of the biggest state capitol buildings in the entire U.S. I don't remember exactly the rankings of it, but I think it might be number one because everything's bigger in Texas, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're up there, at least in top 5.
Over the summer, I forget what summer was. I think like the past summer. My brother, sister, and family all visited the Capitol over there, and we were trying to play like National Treasure on there, like pressing the walls and everything. I was like, I wonder if this is gonna pop out a secret map. Yeah, but
yeah. I mean, Texas is so old. It goes back to the Republic of Texas, and man, 1800s, and wow, it's super old, and I love it. And have you been to the Alamo?
No, I haven't.
Once, like when I was like 7.
Yeah, that building. I remember going like years and years ago, and I remember there was a gift shop inside of it, and I thought even as a kid, like, what? They put a gift shop inside of this basically graveyard?
They put gift shops
Yeah.
inside of everything
I
nowadays.
mean, like, people died here. There's a gift shop in here. I don't know if
Well,
there's still a gift
celebrate
shop, but
that.
it was like a decade ago when I went, but
They're remembering the victims by making you buy their gifts.
remember the Alamo. Oh, not many people know this, but the Alamo actually was a massacre pretty much. I mean, everybody that was basically in the Alamo basically died except
No
for like,
survivors.
well, I think there were some nurses that they didn't kill,
Yeah,
but
most of the men.
the
basically.
men that were fighting died.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that Alamo was a victory. That is not. So yeah, you learned a little bit of history today on difference.
Lesson number 1.
Lesson number 1: we did not win the Alamo. It
Yeah.
actually became a rallying cry.
Oh.
Yeah, the
That's
only
why they wanted us to remember it.
yeah, the only battle we won it was in the entire like war that is actually like a battle that is actually like in textbooks. I mean, there's of course during a war there's skirmishes like constantly, but as far as like actual battles that like go on and on, like San Jacinto was like the only battle that I can remember.
Yeah.
Actually,
Of-
yeah, that we actually won, and it was when they the Mexican army surrendered. Yeah, history lesson on
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
what kind of challenges are there in making a GSA at a college or a pride organization of any kind?
With this one, we actually got the first time we got a lot of signatures, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because we had to get. I think you had to have at least how many signatures did we need?
I think it was like 10.
Because we got like at least a page and a half full of them. There were some. I didn't go around asking for signatures. But
Shout
the
out to William
Zamutio. Yeah, he's the one that went around. And he didn't get. He got a lot of. There was like one negative reaction from Christians on campus that they said that they couldn't sign it for it to be formed because they were Christian and they believed in God.
However, like I'm a Christian,
Yeah.
and I mean, when you read certain texts, it's like, well, you're taking this out of context,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I'm actually gonna have a reverend doctor at some point drop by, and I
Yeah.
will give my rants
Hopefully.
and thoughts about that, and about religion and various things. Oh, we also had like I remember a Muslim student
Yeah.
was actually buying stuff from us and was very friendly, and
Yeah.
it was like I remember it was I think the first time I ever in person like saw someone of a certain religion other than Christianity that's like that people view as anti-gay, and then she was like being very very supportive.
Yeah.
So
Was it a little girl with a white one?
I saw the black one.
Oh, I think I saw her too.
Yeah, I mean the point is that
Yeah.
that people are a lot more accepting and welcoming and encouraging than what we oftentimes think.
I think.
Yeah,
perceive.
because sometimes our perceptions of people are wrong.
Getting signatures wasn't that big of a difficulty. It's just figuring out what times work best for everybody, I guess, because the meetings.
Yeah.
Some people can't make 3:30 meetings, and other
Right.
people are in class. So it's just, I think the most difficult part about starting it was figuring out when people were free to go.
Yeah, I mean, as one of the founding members, because I am one of the founding, like I
So-
didn't actually, I didn't join in during the signature gathering phase. I remember getting a Facebook message
Yeah.
from Josh saying, "Hey, do you want to be a public relations officer or
Yeah.
something like that?" And I was
Something
like,
along
"Sure."
those lines.
It actually got
Yeah.
transferred to Josh after the signatures because William was the
Oh.
guy that he got the signatures, but I don't know what happened that he couldn't be.
He
the
probably got a
president of it.
job somewhere.
Yeah, he
I
got a
mean,
job, so
That's
Josh
the hard
was
thing.
transferred to
That's the
president.
hard thing about community colleges, since you're not there for like a exact 4 years or whatever.
Yeah.
People like
Get
come and
jobs.
go and transfer to other schools and whatnot.
Okay, the technical thing with William, just so we're clear, is he wanted a face that would represent the gay.
Oh.
So, and he's
My
he
apologies.
classifies as straight as far as I know.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, William, if you watch this.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
yeah,
I think he's blushing right now.
so that's pretty much what goes on with that. And also, like y'all were mentioning earlier,
Okay, good. Works. Good. We're working.
yeah, like society. I know we're in the Bible Belt and everything, but
Yeah.
society really has progressed
North
quite
Lake is actually
substantially.
pretty diverse considering we're in Texas.
It's because it's in Irving.
Yeah,
and
Irving is pretty-
is one of the zip codes in Irving is actually the most diverse zip code in
Yeah.
all all of Texas, or not Texas, all of the United States. I forget which one it is. It's either 75062 or 78 something.
Yeah, I think I live in 75062.
Me too, but
it's pretty.
it's either that one or
yeah.
another one. There's like 3 in like Irving that I can think of, but one of the zip codes in Irving is the most diverse in all of
Yeah.
America, and it's really great, like with the GSA, like not just gay, straight, trans, and all that, but also like different kinds of like ethnicities and races and cultures and stuff like that. It's
Northlake is just a
Yeah.
giant melting pot of
I remember
people.
in high school, my history teacher, when she would go into the cafeteria, she would look around and say that walking in the cafeteria is like walking into the UN. I love it.
Basically, I mean, there's a lot of people, but mostly the reception, at least when I tell people about it, I've gotten pretty good ones, even from a lot of my friends who are kind of religious. They're like, oh, that's cool, or it's cool that you helped start it or whatever, and they ask about it. But for the most part, I don't think we've had a big problem with it.
Crossing fingers that we won't have.
Yeah,
any
I don't
problems.
know.
Yeah.
Considering it's Northlake, I don't think we will. Maybe a little bit, but not that much.
So we just had Valentine's Day recently. Did y'all have any Valentines or whatever?
Josh and I went to
yeah, we did.
breakfast.
Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, hey there. So y'all went to breakfast together as friends, nothing more.
Yes.
Yeah, I opened up the door for her.
Yeah,
the
he
car door
opened
and
up the car
everything.
door.
Did you
He's such
pay
a
though?
gen-
That's the big
Yes,
question.
he did. He
I
did. He
did.
was a gentleman.
You know,
See, that's nice. See, a lesbian and a gay guy getting along. That's what the
Yeah.
world
Yeah.
needs.
we can do that, you know.
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant, Le Peep.
Yeah, it's
like
it's on O'Connor in Irving. If anybody goes, they have really good build your own wall
In South
pancakes.
Irving?
No, it's on O'Connor. It's like going to where the horses are. Going
Oh, that's North Irving. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
North
Las
Irving.
Colinas. I don't even really consider that part of
yeah,
Irving.
it's like entering Las. You pass the country
yeah,
club.
there's Irving, and then there's Las Colinas. Las Colinas is still technically
It's
part of Irving,
but it's like a really nice. All you
it's
see is
ridiculous. The headquarters to Taco Bell's there.
Yeah.
The headquarters to the Boy Scout is there.
Yeah.
Also, the Boy
They're
Scout
nearby
Museum.
Northlake.
Yeah,
They're like
nearby Northlake. Yeah, like
a
a few
street-
blocks over here.
Yeah.
And there's like a ton of corporate headquarters to various organizations in Irving.
I know
It's interesting.
Microsoft has an office here too.
We have a
I believe so.
really cool.
So Irving is pretty big for a lot of people not knowing. When I mention
Yeah.
to people that don't live in Texas, they're like, "Where is that?" I'm like, "Outside of Dallas." They're like, "Oh, okay, I know where it is now."
Yeah.
Not everybody knows Irving.
Yeah, and like when people think of suburbs, they think of rich, white. All the houses look the same, and it's like no. When it comes to Irving,
I mean,
it's the rest of Irving minus Las Colinas is like, it's basically America. When you're just when you're driving down, it's like there's so many different types of restaurants, and the income levels of everybody is pretty different.
Yeah,
minus Las Colinas. Las Colinas is like boom.
Yeah.
However,
if you go to University Hills.
haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, they have some ridiculously nice houses.
Yeah.
Or Valley Ranch, because
Valley Ranch, I
is
consider
still
that
in-
part of Las Colinas. They're
Yeah.
almost the same thing.
Yeah.
They're in the same part of town.
But in University Hills, you have your huge houses.
Yeah,
so.
and like the rest of Irving, like
Yeah.
it's not that rich compared to like everything
I-
else, but it's
I live in
nice.
the pretty middle
It has
part.
character.
And I live in like a very Mexican neighborhood.
I think
Very
half
Hispanic
of Irving
down,
does.
Yeah.
I think half of Irving does. Yeah, wow, we've been talking a lot about Irving,
Yes,
haven't
we have.
Woo, go Carrollton.
Carrollton. Let's talk
Odd
about
man
Carrollton
out.
for a second.
Odd man out.
Yeah, there's really nothing in Carrollton.
That's why he's
Hey, Josh,
always
get
in
closer to your
Irving.
mic.
That's why he's always in
There you
Irving,
go.
because there's nothing going on in Carrollton.
Nothing at all.
Well, I mean, all my friends are from Arlington, Dallas, or Irving, so
There you go.
I'm not gonna be in Carrollton for very long. and a lot of the how my mom described Carrollton was for the ritzy people. So I
So
don't really
ritzy meaning pretentious.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, don't get me wrong, Carrollton has lovely people.
How are your
But-
neighbors?
They're not nice.
Exactly. They don't
But-
know. They don't. We're not saying where you live, so they won't know that you're talking about them.
Yeah, thank God.
Unless they see this, then
Maybe.
might be in trouble.
Maybe.
But I like Irving. I like Irving a lot.
Yeah.
What are some events that are possibly coming? Oh, for us, we have our meetings about like every other week.
Yeah, on
Um,
Wednesdays.
Yes,
Generally.
on
Wednesdays at 3:30.
Wednesdays at 3:30 in the Student Life Center,
There you go.
room 205, right? Room 205.
H205.
I mean, like I know the room, I just
H205.
forget the number
Yeah.
since I go there so often. I don't even read the number at this
Yeah.
point.
You just know where it is.
Yeah.
I think we might be doing something for St. Patrick's Day, but we're gonna have to do it like the Thursday or Friday before because it falls on a Sunday, and we won't be there on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the campus is not open on Sundays. The Northlake campus.
Plus, it's like
closed on
spring. We go
Sunday.
to spring break. So
Right.
I doubt it'll be open for a long time.
And
Right.
I had wanted to do something for. We had mentioned it in ESA, like a carnival type thing,
Yeah.
where every club can just have a game, and we set up the Student Life Center like a carnival or something. We play the carnival music. We have their popcorn and drinks and whatever, and popcorn and drinks are free. But each club has like a game or two to bring, and then they set a price, and then the students can just come in to have like a little carnival day, which it would be something that takes place more towards the warmer days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already warm here in freaking Texas, so.
So the
that's
idea
all
is to
about-
have like an inter-club party.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
And just each club raises money
Yeah.
for their own
Yeah,
benefits.
they have their own thing. We did something similar. What, the Halloween party last semester?
Yeah, that was only between two clubs.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
this
yeah.
Would
That was
encompass-
yeah. This
You
would be
y'all
a
forgot
more.
to remind me about that one.
Yeah, this one would be included more. More people would be included.
Yeah,
So
Cool.
which I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I gotta tell them about that.
yeah,
Mhm.
hopefully we get something together.
What products do you use to dye your hair? That is what I'm wondering right now.
Oh, the big question.
The big question.
Do you
everyone
get it
wants to
done
know.
professionally?
No, because that costs money, more than like the box money that it qualifies for. But I don't actually know. I can't remember the brand that I do.
No.
You can't
No,
remember
I think
the
it-
brand.
I guess
think
he's not
Nutrice-
too into brand
the
names.
chemicals
Nutrice
you
is
used
coming
in
in.
your
Oh,
I
hair.
don't know if that's
Garnier.
like-
They have really good hair dye. I don't dye my hair.
I think
but
that's right.
Garnier.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
like their
hair thing or
shampoo.
something,
Yeah,
right?
I use their shampoo a lot.
Me too.
Smells good.
That and Herbal Essence
Yes.
because
But
she's
peop-
worth it.
People are always calling me a
So-
gin.
I don't even know like
I just
what
got
slogan
that.
that was for.
I think that is what it is.
Is that?
I don't know. I'll look it up and tell you.
It's
later.
somebody's slogan.
Yeah.
someone. Everyone's always calling me a ginger, so I'm just like every once in a while I'll just boom, like color it red.
Yeah.
So I'll actually be a ginger.
Yeah.
Or red.
Because
Beard is red,
his beard is usually the most red part.
Yeah. And then people keep asking me, "Did you re-dye it?" No.
Did you?
No, I did not.
Be positive.
No, that would take too much work. It took me 3 tries to get this one.
Josh, do you dye your beard and your eyebrows? A lot of people dye their eyebrows.
Oh,
Or you see these
no.
really platinum blondes with like black eyebrows. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Since it's V-Day or not V-Day anymore, but it was V-Day yesterday. What kind of challenges might a gay student in high school or bi or alphabet soup acronym students face in high school, like when everyone's like sending their Valentine cards to each
'cause
other?
a lot of the Valentine cards, at least the ones I've seen, it's very hard. They're all like more heterosexually geared.
Right.
It's very rare that you find like gay or whatever alphabet soup ones.
I'm gonna coin that phrase, alphabet
or-
soup acronym.
Or a lot of people, at least where I went to high school, like there were some out people, and teachers never really had a problem with it. But a lot of you still have your groups that they'll say things that are not that nice. I mean, I never saw like physical bullying, but I definitely saw some like the use of the F word and stuff like that.
And both F words.
Yeah, both F words
F-bomb.
together.
Yeah, F-bomb and then that other F word.
Yeah.
The word for like what is it? A pack of sticks or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it's a pack of cigarettes in like Britain.
But
Oh,
they only because so at least I've seen that it's more all the Valentine cards are more heterosexually geared than anything.
Right. And I actually did find some because I was doing a little research this time around. I was gonna make them into Valentine's Day cards for Northlake, and then since I'm not arch, it kind of fell through. But I have been showing some of the clip art that I found online about the Valentine's Day cards. Like I'm gonna put another one up right now.
You know what? We should just start a company gearing card stores. That you know how much money we'd make.
I know, especially the clean ones, like this one that says, "I'm Matto about you."
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, I mean that.
Or
That
what was
one's
the
amazing.
e card I showed you? I think I still have it. Let me see if I have it.
No.
My love for you is well documented or something like that.
Oh, my love for you is like a
Oh,
great Matto episode
yeah,
because
the
it's-
reasons why I love you are thoughtful, well presented, and accurately sourced. Because Rachel Maddow always sources
yeah.
very well, unlike other news organizations.
I am actually a bit like mad at her at this point. Like, I want her to run for something already. Damn it, I
Yes,
want her to
I
run.
mean-
Like, I love her show and I love her, but damn, she'd make a good candidate.
Yeah, she would. I mean,
for anything, dog catcher even.
yeah. Joy, when are you getting the Maddow haircut?
I don't know. I like my long hair. I like the long curls.
That face.
Yeah, like, oh.
Like Maddow could pull it off and all,
Yeah,
but
not
like,
a lot of people
personally,
can.
I like
put
my
off-
long hair.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
looks good on her.
Mm-hmm.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Voice crack.
Yes,
Josh
it's
is going
true.
through
I
puberty
cannot
again.
sing.
Second puberty. Okay, trans. This is a perfect transition to my little segment I like to call a new segment that I like to call lipstick without makeup. As you can see, no makeup with lipstick. Where I talk about gender. One of the big like no-nos in like the trans community is like, don't ask somebody for their birth name or like don't call it their real name or whatnot, because then it kind of invalidates like the name that they took a lot of time choosing and whatnot. And everyone kind of knows that rule more or less at this point. However, there is an exception to this rule, and when you're close to somebody like friends and family, well, your family probably would already know your birth name, but when you get close to somebody, whether it's just like a close friendship or relationship wise, if you haven't like legally changed your name yet, that you might actually want to tell somebody your legal name, because if you wind up in a hospital for like, say you're in some sort of tragic incident and you're like, hey, come pick me up, and then you go to the hospital and then ask where your friend is, and they're like, I can't help you out because that name's not even in our computer system. So then you're like, oh crap, I don't know which room to go to. Yeah. Or a psychiatric hospital for other reasons. So keep that in mind when you're talking to people and getting to know people. Like, you can use your own discretion as far as like who's close to you or whatnot, but keep in mind that there is a safety reason why you might want to
Don't disclose
tell
it to
a
the
few
whole
people
world.
your legal name as far as emergencies pop up or whatnot, because to change your name legally, I mean, it is a process that is long and hard and costly, but I digress. Okay, and that has been Lipstick Without Makeup here on Different on DeepElementor.com. I'm getting better at this.
Have you changed your name legally, or are you in the process of it?
God, I'm not even close. However, this is exciting news. This year, 2013, I will start this stuff. I mean, not just yet, but in a few months, hopefully during this summer. That's the goal of the hormones and transition and all that fun, not so fun stuff.
Second puberty, you excited for your second puberty?
God, no, but God, yes. Yes and
if you
no.
scream at us, we'll understand.
I'm gonna be a bit antisocial when I first get on the hormones, like getting used to it and all. I will have to be social in certain aspects to like get used to being around people while on hormones. But at a certain time, I'm gonna decrease my stuff so I don't get too, because there is a certain transition period where you're figuring out like how your body and mind reacts to hormones, because you don't necessarily forget what puberty was like the first time, but it's like you're now doing it as like an adult, you know, and it's
not that fun.
It's, from what I understand, like I don't know yet because I haven't gone through it yet, but from what I understand, you got to be careful about that. You definitely have to, you know, have your doctors, have your checkups, and do what they say. Don't get any stuff online because that's just shady.
I just feel like you'd be on constant mood swings
Yeah.
and wanting
Not-
chocolate.
Go from
Not-
happy to like
Not
mad in,
necessarily.
like,
I
2
mean,
seconds.
it's not always that extreme. It can get to that point, yes, but you're not in a constant like, oh my God. I mean, you can, you know, brush your teeth and take a shower and go to work. And,
Yeah.
you know,
You can
some stuff-
survive.
People do it.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yes.
it is.
You know what else is exciting? On March 2nd, the Women's Alliance for Leadership, which I'm an officer of as well. I'm the
Oh.
public no, not the public. I'm the social media officer. I'm seeing a trend in the.
Is it on campus or?
No, it's at the Resource Center of Dallas, which is this LGBT resource center for various clubs, groups, and organizations. And you can also sometimes they also have like a food bank and that they have at one point, and STD testing at another point. So, you just type in Resource Center of Dallas and you'll click on the link that says like LGBT stuff, and you can find out all the stuff that they do. That's really wonderful. But the Women's Alliance for Leadership is a group focused on like young professional women. Like most of them, like a lot of them are either in college or already have their bachelor's degree or whatnot, and like it's kind of networking as far as that goes. On March 2nd, though, the guest speaker for the monthly meeting will be Judge Dominique Collins, County Judge Dominique Collins. I'm excited about that, and y'all should be too.
When are you getting Matto on there? Call me when you get Matto.
The fact that I could get a judge on there is something. Okay.
we can work on Matto. We got time. A couple years maybe.
I'm plugged into the local political scene where I can at least get one judge.
Yeah.
On. I'm working on another, but that's not here nor there. But yes, Women's Alliance for Leadership. Look it up on Facebook. I will be posting a link to it on my Facebook page. Different, so just type it on Facebook. You can find it, and find me on Twitter, JoyRasco22.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And that acronym, Women's Alliance for Leadership, is WAFL.
No, it's actually Wall. We leave the F out.
Oh man, it would have been nice if it had waffle.
Yeah.
Political and delicious.
Yeah.
Really delicious. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have waffles at your monthly meeting?
We usually have the Rambo sprinkled brownies. Usually I bring those.
Oh, those are good. Except I gave sweets up for Lent, so I can't.
I gave late night snacks up for Lent.
Which your late night's like 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock to, I consider morning starting at 5 a.m.
I gave sodas up. I gave sodas up and like junk food basically.
And the reason I gave late night food up is because like I want to be able to like stop eating late at night and to be healthier and all that fun, not so fun stuff. That is a new
Get bikini
phrase
ready.
I've said. Yes. New phrase I've just coined. Fun, not so fun stuff. I hope it catches on.
Alphabet acronym and fun, not so fun.
I've been
We're
saying
counting.
alphabet soup acronym for some time now.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
it
so
keeps
long.
like every time I go to look it up, there's a new letter added.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
Yeah, and one of the things that we have to remember about this is they are identities, not a
Yes.
you-identity. If you don't get it, so what?
Yeah.
I mean, like there are some things in it that I mean, as far as like the English language goes, I'm still trying to figure out the grammatical context in like sentences and how to use it and figuring out what the word actually means and comparing and contrasting it to other words. But even if I don't comprehend a certain word, it's not an identity. It's not. I said that backwards. It's not a you-identity. It's an identity. So if you don't get it, oh well.
Yeah.
I
It's-
mean,
They're
I'm not
describing
saying-
themselves.
Yeah,
not
they're
you,
describing
so
themselves, not you, and you might not get stuff. I mean,
We don't get a lot of things.
yeah, like in Mother Russia, you don't go to space. Space comes to you.
Yeah.
Like I don't get that. I mean, seeing a meteor,
See,
I
the
can't even
meteor hit.
comprehend that.
It's karma. The anti-gay bill. Don't say the
Oh, that's right. In Russia, okay, in Russia they have a really bad.
no gay propaganda.
Yeah, they
whatsoever.
can't have quote unquote gay propaganda. Define gay propaganda. I don't know what that means. And you can't promote anything like LGBT oriented at all. And has it been passed or is it just being talked about?
I think it's been passed. They were trying to repeal it, but there was no.
Yeah, and
It's almost like it's not as bad as Uganda's Kill the Gays, though. It's not that bad.
it's still pretty.
Yeah, it's
up
still
there.
pretty
as far as
bad,
the
but-
most anti-laws go.
Yeah.
That's up there because then say you're in public holding hands with your partner or husband or wife or whatever, and they happen to be the same sex as you or appear to be the same sex as you, then that's quote unquote promoting gay propaganda. Ooh, yeah, it's getting bad over in Russia
And in Africa. I mean, some of them have started up with actually, when Catholicism, there's going to be a new pope. And
There
the pope,
will be. Oh my gosh,
the
big
pope,
news.
The pope in talks. There's one of the candidates is from Uganda that supports the kill the gay bill. So hopefully he does not get it. They
Yeah.
they said
Wait.
I read on the news that they should have a decision before Easter.
He supports to kill the gay bill.
Yeah, he
one
he,
of the candidates, not
one,
all.
not
just
not all
one.
of them, but
and
just
he shouldn't get it. Isn't that good?
no.
Because-
He supports the bill, kill the gays. He supports that gays should be
Yeah.
killed and stuff
my
like that. Yeah.
misunderstanding.
Sorry.
That's just one of the possibilities.
Yeah, there's a
though.
lot of they've been hinting at a either Latin American or African
Right.
pope.
Right, and the reason for that being is because in those regions there's a lot more passion and fervor.
Yes.
Fervor. What's that word? How do you pronounce that word?
Fervor.
Fervor. That's the word.
It's like if
Oh.
you go to I'm from Mexico, if you go there, I don't go there, but my relatives, I mean, it's a big Catholicism is a big deal. Like 99% of the population is Catholic.
Right, and there's more passion
South
fervor in
America,
those
too.
countries, and I saw it funny that all the popes were talking about not the popes, all the various cardinals were talking about, oh, maybe we could get one from here or there or there, and then
Canada.
there was, and then there was a nun that was in the cartoon saying, how about one from the 21st century?
I like her.
Yeah,
Why don't you let a nun be? We could expand.
they would have to first let women become priests in the
Yeah.
Catholic Church. They would first have to do that.
I think we're a few centuries off still.
I would say a couple generations.
Maybe.
A couple generations, I think, as far as the Catholic Church goes.
Yeah.
As
I mean,
as
there's
far as
other
other
Christian
denominations.
denominations have.
Yeah, think about the Southern Baptist denomination. I mean, that I'm gonna be a bit historical real quick. Okay, the Southern Baptist denomination broke from the Baptist denomination to basically over the issue of slavery back in the 1800s, and they called themselves Southern Baptist Convention. And for years, they were basically white
It's like
supremacists
Mormons
in a way.
didn't
sorta.
allow African Americans
Right.
to join till like the 70s.
Right.
And even then, there's very few
yeah,
that
but
join.
however, over time, the Southern Baptist Convention has evolved. Right now, I cannot think of the guy's name. Basically, the president that they elected to their organization is black. I mean, they have evolved as far as race relations go. Now, they are a bit far off as far as LGBT stuff goes. But think about this. Several years ago, like actually, not even several, I think it's been nearly a decade or more at this point because it's 2013. I think back in several years, like within like this past decade or so, Jimmy Carter broke away from, former president, broke away from the Southern Baptist Convention because he did not like their views on women. Because at one point, the Southern Baptist Convention did get a little bit more fundamentalist in their mindset, and they haven't really broken away from that since. And his church, as well as other churches, broke away from the Southern Baptist Convention over that. And then those churches that broke away from Southern Baptist Convention because of their more fundamentalist beliefs on women formed their own organization that focuses more on helping people and they're also LGBT friendly, which is nice. And yeah, Jimmy Carter, former president of the United States, goes to a church that if their member is getting married and that person happens to be of the same sex, they do, have the wedding there. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Speaking of people leaving religion, Anne Hathaway actually left Catholicism because her brother was gay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna have to look up her brother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. and
Adam Levine has a gay brother as well.
Yeah, I know that.
Pope Benedict XVI. I mean, I think people forget like how historic this is. Though popes don't generally
He's
resign.
the first one in 600 years.
About 600 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
Roughly.
everyone. There's the asterisk. I mean, no
Yeah.
one. I hate it when all the reporters they just about at a certain point they stop doing math.
Yeah.
I forget I don't know what the rule is in journalism when you stop doing math, but they just say about 600
Yeah.
years. And also he was one of the oldest to be elected pope at the age of 78 when John Paul II passed away back in 2005. And this guy, from what I understand, they basically set him up to, I don't want to say fail because that's not the right word and what I'm going for, but basically they didn't want somebody to feel overwhelmed to walk in the shadow of John Paul II.
Because he was a pretty historic figure. He
Yeah.
was one of the most liked popes.
He was one of the most likable popes that's ever walked the face of the earth. And people knew him from sea to shining sea. And this newer pope, he wasn't as popular. He was a
Yeah.
bit more conservative, considerably more conservative, and
And a lot of people said he looked a lot less friendly than John Paul II.
yeah, and I don't like that criticism. And like, he's old. I mean, it takes muscles to smile, and he's wearing off. And
Yeah.
the Pope Benedict XVI, like, back when he was a cardinal, he was actually preparing for his retirement.
Yeah.
And he has like a little heart condition.
He would have been a theology professor had he not been elected pope.
Right. He was preparing for his
Yeah.
last days and working in the Catholic Church, and then he became pope. And this is really, I find really interesting, that popes generally don't want to create a power struggle between anybody. I mean, the Catholic Church says the current pope is the governing body of the Catholic Church. However, popes generally don't like to resign because they don't want to have two living popes because of historical significance of, religious wars and stuff. But I actually respect his decision to resign because he said he didn't feel like he could physically do it anymore, basically, because of all of his health problems. I was like, I can respect that decision. I might disagree with you on many other things, but that particular decision, like, yeah, that does make sense.
Speaking of his resignation, since the internet has taken over everything, there was an internet meme that had him. I'm 85. I'm gonna retire, and then at the bottom of that picture, there was a picture of Queen Elizabeth saying, "The
Oh
second,
my
that's
gosh.
cute."
Yeah, I saw that one. That was.
She's like, I don't know how old
I
she is.
mean,
but-
you can't retire from being royal. You're kind of born into that.
You can
job.
abdicate though, and you can let the heir to the throne go in. That's what I forgot. One of the European,
Oh.
I think it's either Norway. I think it's Norway. I'm not entirely
Mm-hmm.
sure, so don't quote me on it. The queen is abdicating so her son can be king. Or she already did.
I mean, you can do that, but you're still royalty.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have cameras in your face
Yeah.
24/7.
Plus, with the Pope, the World Youth Day was going to be in Rio de Janeiro. That's like a very big flight, and they travel over. Like a couple years ago, he was at Yankee Stadium, and then he went, I think, to Mexico. And
yeah, the
so-
traveling schedule of
and they-
those are like
because of his
ridiculous.
condition, they had
Mhm.
advised him not to do any transatlantic flights, and World Youth Day would have
Right.
been a transatlantic flight.
Also, like Reverend Billy Graham, I mean, he's getting up there in his travel schedule. He doesn't really have one anymore because of how
It's just strenuous,
yeah,
the change in
I
time
mean,
zones, and you're
people
in-
don't realize like how hard it is to actually do that much traveling. Like whether you're a rock star or a religious figure, if you're doing
Yeah.
that much traveling, it does
Take
wear
a toll
down
on
on you.
your body.
Yeah.
You're in one city one day, and the next you're in another completely different time zone,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
or halfway across
Mhm.
the world.
Anything else? We're done now, right?
Yeah.
We are done today. Thank you guys.
Thank
North Lake
you.
GSA is here today, and that is
Round of applause.
all we have today, kids. All right. I'm
for
Joy
having us,
Rasco,
Joy.
and I'm saying it's not an you identity, it's an I identity. Good night.